Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are back at it again. And in today's video, I'll be giving you guys things that you need to do before Blox Food's next update. Now, you should listen very closely to the stuff that I'll be saying in today's video, because the stuff that I will say in today's video could transform how you play Blox Foods in the next update. And as a matter of fact, if you listen to the stuff that I'll be saying in today's video, that stuff that I'll be telling you in today's video could make you very rich in the next Blox Foods update. So without further ado guys, let's get started with this video, and yeah, let's go. So basically, the first thing that I would like to tell you guys to do for the next Blox Foods update is actually very simple, and that is to get the 3 swords. Get these 3 swords. Actually, as a matter of fact, get every sword that you still don't have in Blox Foods. Why? Because there will be a pretty big sword rework in the next Blox Foods update. So getting all the swords that you still don't have in Blox Foods would be perfect, because if you do this, you would be able to enjoy the rework experience or the reworked swords in the next update. Swords like Saber right here, as you guys can see. Swords like Saudi, swords like Spiky Trident, or swords like Bicento, even though it's a little bit unnecessary right now and it's a bit weak. Getting these swords could transform how you play the next update, because they will most definitely get reworked. However, if there's a sword, or actually if there's 4 swords that I recommend you get the most, it will be these 3 swords right here. Wando, Shisui, and then this other sword that I'll be getting right now. And we finally have reached this state. And basically, what I would recommend you get the most will be the True Triple Katana, which is going to be the sword that I just obtained right now. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting to obtain this for ages. True Triple Katana is definitely one of the swords that you need to get the most, in my opinion, and for a pretty decent reason, because it's definitely one of the biggest and most difficult swords to get. Just remember, usually in order to get this sword, you need about 12 hours, since every legendary sword spawns in about 4 hours. Each legendary sword spawns in about 4 hours. And then you'd have to get 3 different swords, and each of those swords cost around, I think, 5 million for each swords. Actually, no, 2 million for each sword. Worst sword in the game. It's a mythical sword that's almost more difficult to get than Cursed Dual Katana. In fact, it might be more difficult to get than Cursed Dual Katana. However, it's nowhere near Cursed Dual Katana's power. In fact, in the next video, I will be pitting these two together, and we will be seeing which is actually better. There's TTK versus Cursed Dual Katana. Right? In the next update, this is most definitely going to get reworked. So stay tuned for that update and try and get True Triple Katana along with the other 3 legendary swords. Now, the reason why Love Fruit is going to be very important in the next Blox Foods update, because if you do this tip, if you don't want to do the other tips, do this tip. Why? Because if you follow this tip and you stack up on Love Fruits, which is most definitely going to get a rework in the next Blox Foods update, if you stack up on Blox Foods and the value of Love Fruit increases, you could potentially get rich in Blox Foods, basically. Like, remember how Portal, or I don't think I have Portal right now, but remember how Portal used to only be around, remember how Door used to be very cheap back then? And now let's go take a look at the price of Portal, because it can get a rework as well. And if Rubber Fruit gets a rework, it's also gonna increase in value. So right now, Love is pretty cheap. It's a little bit more expensive than Light. But if you go take a look at Portal right now, look at how expensive Portal is right now. So it went from being around 600,000, I think, to being around 1 or 2 million plus, 1 to 2 million. So if you want to get rich in Blox Foods, get a lot of Love Fruits, get a ton of Love Fruits. And if you do get a ton of Love Fruits, let's say for example you have a ton of Love Fruits, and then you could trade them for other fruits when the update drops, like for example a Leopard Fruit or a Dove Fruit, and then you could trade it. After you trade it for a Leopard or Dove Fruit, you could trade it for a Game Pass, which is going to be awesome. So if there's a Game Pass you want to get, maybe Fruit Storage, get a lot of Love Fruits right now, and then when the update drops, trade it for an increased value. And then once you trade it for an increased value, profit. But yeah, those are the 2 things I think that you need to do the most in Blox Foods. It's only 2 things in my opinion. First, get all the swords that you can get, and then the next is try and get all the fruits, or try to get the Love Fruit, as much Love Fruit as you can get, because if it does get reworked and its value increases, then you're going to profit a lot from that. So those are the only 2 tips that I have for you guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.